Another of the great silent conflicts affecting the continent is homosexuality. In 29 African countries, homosexuality is illegal. In Namibia, the government recently ordered the police to rid the entire country of gays and lesbians. In Botswana, it's a crime punishable with 6 years in prison. Mugabe, the president of Zimbabwe, asserts that homosexuality is not an African phenomenon, but rather degeneracy brought in by whites. In Uganda, homosexuals are killed. In Egypt, they are imprisoned. And in Somalia, they are stoned. Only South Africa has legislation prohibiting discrimination which allows homosexuals certain rights.
Gianni and I were such good friends. I couldn't dream.
Siegfried and Dean are a gay South African couple who have not found it easy to be accepted as such. Until 1994, under apartheid, being homosexual and black was equivalent to being destined to end up either dead or in jail. A recognized racially mixed gay couple was absolutely unheard of. Siegfried and Dean are the result of the new South Africa.
During the apartheid years, homosexuals did meet, but they met in like little dark corners, very hideaway places, under bridges,
behind the station,
behind the
station
stations,
building,
yeah.
in toilets,
exactly.
with glory holes.
Yeah, exactly. And under the piers, they would meet there. It is something that is taboo.
It's a tradition.
Yeah, and I think what is so sad about it is because it is so secretive, and its people are not informed. It has become the breeding place to spread HIV and AIDS because no one talks about it. It's taboo. It's forbidden to speak in Muslim countries. And I know of Muslim people, Muslim communities. Oh, I must be careful with this. I know of in Muslim communities, homosexuality is being practiced. The man is married. There's probably an effeminate boy living in his house that he works or takes care of.
Love. You know, I had a saying when I was at school still. I had a daughter in school and she wrote this love on her pencil box. And the mother exclaimed, "What is love? What is love?" Misunderstanding between two fools.
Africa is the continent which has been most devastated by all of the catastrophes known to man. However, it is still a living land that regenerates itself with the same rapidity with which it is destroyed. A land expert in offering solutions to impossible problems. If Africa survives, is reborn, and grows in spite of its difficulties, it is thanks to its mechanisms of internal solidarity, the self-help systems which it has generated to meet the needs of the most disadvantaged. The 130 kilometers of road that link Lagos, the Nigerian capital, and Benin are swamped each day with hundreds of vehicles whose occupants make a living by smuggling fuel. In Nigeria, petrol costs half what it does in Benin, and the majority of smugglers are polio victims who benefit from the permissiveness of the police. This disease is one of the greatest tragedies to devastate Western Africa. In Benin alone, there are 500,000 people suffering from the disease who have no access to specialized treatment.
To be physically disabled is to be marginalized by society. People say that the handicapped are hidden away in the attic, but I wanted to do more than that. The authorities, the police, the customs officers, they all turn a blind eye and let us through.
Along the road, an atmosphere of solidarity has grown up which makes the polio victims' work easier. During the journey to the Nigerian border, they are usually accompanied by a mechanic to help them with any problem that might arise along the way.
Our role is to help the driver, but never to replace him. I'm here to help if there's a breakdown or with any problem we might come across on the road.
Le Bénin est la terre des expériences. Ce n'est pas le gouvernement qui a mis en place cette activité.
Benin is the land of experiences. The government isn't behind this activity. It's the disabled people themselves who have found a solution. And society believes it, accepts it, and we might say tolerates it. Because in reality, transporting fuel is illegal. Polio wreaks havoc in sub-Saharan Africa, and above all in Benin. Today, 7% of the population suffers from the disease, but unfortunately, only 1% of these receive proper care. Despite all of the vaccination and awareness campaigns that have been carried out, many people, for religious reasons, will not allow themselves or their children to be vaccinated. When I fell ill, I was still very little. From what my parents have told me, I was 6 when my temperature suddenly shot up. They took me to the hospital, and after that, I never walked again. When you're disabled, everything is so difficult. Often you feel shy. But this activity allows you to interact with people. The people of Benin are very supportive of each other. Listen, in the entire sub-Saharan region, we are the only ones doing this. We're the only ones who can go to Nigeria and return and sell fuel in Benin.
With a full tank, Hervé and Boris have to return to Benin, where they will sell the fuel. In spite of the danger, and thanks to the collaboration of others, this activity allows Hervé to earn a living in a dignified way. The polio victim fuel smugglers are just one case. In Africa, there are thousands of stories like this. How else could they endure tragedies such as AIDS? What other reason explains why Africa doesn't just self-destruct? Africa doesn't explode, but it bleeds. Emigrants are the blood of a continent whose vitality seeps away through the cracks of desperation. There are more people from Senegal, Burkina Faso, and Guinea living outside of Africa than in their countries of origin. The best men, the strongest, the clearest minds, and the best educated leave in search of a dream. Their dream is Europe or the United States, the promised land of films and television. This is the case of André Kane, a young Cameroonian who plays football in the Chad First Division.
When I get to Europe, I'd like to play on a French team. Above all, Bordeaux, for maybe 2 years. Then I'm going to try to go to Spain or England. In England, I want to play for Liverpool. And in Spain for Real Madrid. That is, God willing.
André lives and works in the Rio Cinema in the city of Jamena. It was his father who got him started in this line of work. As a football player, he doesn't get paid anything. This job allows him to earn a living.
Someday, I'll be there, and the people in my town will get together in the bars to watch me play. When I see those players on the pitch, Sheringham, Beckham, I think that they don't have it easy either. And when they were my age, they dreamed about being a big star too. And why not me? There are lots of Africans who found success in Europe. There's George Weah, Finidi, Samuel Eto'o. They started here, and now you see them playing in stadiums with 100,000 people and driving big luxury cars. Everyone admires them, and when they come back to Africa, they're welcomed like heroes. Someday, I'll be there too. If one day I get to Europe, the first thing I'll do is look for a good team, and the second, organize my life. But my plan isn't to stay there. I want to return to Africa someday. Europe isn't my continent. My continent is Africa, and whatever happens, I'll come back.
C'est pas mon continent. Mon continent, c'est l'Afrique. Donc, quelle qu'en soit la situation, je devais rentrer un jour. Donc, c'est dans ce sens-là que je vois les choses.
That light. For months, I've been waking up in the middle of the night and seeing that light. At first, I think that the projector lamps are still lit. But then I remember what it is, and the light goes out. But then I can't sleep. They also say that many don't get there, that their boats sink, and they never reach the coast. I'm going to get there. God willing, I'm going to get there.